I'm Lorrie from Maggie's Lanarkshire, and we've been looking at a few different ways to help ourselves relax and cope with stress just now. And one of the ways that we're going to look at today is doing a visualisation. And a visualisation is a way of taking ourselves out of the present moment and taking ourselves somewhere lovely and calm and safe and soothing. And I'm going to ask you to think of somewhere that you'd like to go. And I think today we're going to use a lovely beach somewhere. So try and think of a beach that you've been to, or it might just be a beach that you're creating in your own imagination. It might be something you've seen on TV or read about in a book. And we're going to put ourselves as if we were there. And we're going to notice not just what we can see around us, but also what we can hear, what we can feel, what we can smell, and what we can taste as well. So as always, when we're trying to relax, just make sure you're somewhere safe and comfortable, somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed. Make sure you've got some nice cushions or pillows behind you and you feel that your head is supported if you do happen to drift off to sleep, so you don't hurt your neck. And if you want to close the curtains or dim the lights, feel free to do that as well. So just taking a moment to settle ourselves down, and then just beginning to close your eyes, and as we always do, just starting off with some slow breathing. So just focusing your attention on your breath and just taking a long slow breath out, and then a long slow breath in again, and a long slow breath out, and a long slow breath in again. And just giving our bodies and our minds time to settle as we prepare for our visualisation. A slow breath out and a slow breath in. And noticing how that breath out is the really relaxing one. And each time you breathe out, just feeling your body becoming a little heavier in the chair, a little heavier on the bed. Each time you breathe out, just allowing your shoulders to drop, your arms to become heavy. Each time you breathe out, just allowing your back to sink into the back of the chair or into the bed. Each time you breathe out, just allowing your bottom and your legs to really sink into the chair, to be supported by the floor. And then with our eyes closed, just starting to think about where we'd like to go on our visualisation. Thinking of a lovely warm beach somewhere, and I'm going to describe a warm sort of tropical beach, but you might have your own beach that you'd like to go to. And just starting off with our eyes closed, just noticing the sand that we can see right where we're lying. We might be lying on a towel, we might be on a sun lounger, we might be sitting on a fallen palm tree, we might be gently swinging in a hammock. But just noticing the sand beneath you, noticing its colour. Is it golden or white? Is it dark where the sea has made it wet and damp, or maybe it's really light and bright? Noticing if the sand is bumpy or smooth. Noticing the texture of the grains. Sometimes they're almost like flour, they're so fine and powdery. Sometimes they're more like sugar, more coarse. And noticing what we can see on the sand, noticing that beach in front of us and what we can see as we look in the direction of the waves. Maybe we can see big exotic seashells washed up by the ocean. Maybe we can see bits of seaweed, bits of driftwood, bits of fishermen's nets. Maybe the little footprints of birds left in the damp sand. Maybe we can see that high tide mark. And Maybe we can watch the waves washing up the beach. And just noticing what you can see on your own beach. Everybody's beach will be different. Noticing all the little detail that you can see. And noticing those waves washing up the shore and washing back out to the ocean. Maybe we can spot a wave as it builds a little further out to sea and watch it growing and building as it rushes into the shoreline and washes up the sand. And it depends on your own beach. Some waves are big and powerful and come crashing in with lots of surf and froth and energy. Some beaches have waves that just gently lap up the shoreline, just quite gentle and soft. And just taking a few moments to watch those waves on your beach as they build out at sea, and then wash ashore, and then wash back out to sea again. As they build at sea and wash ashore, and wash back out to sea again. You might notice that the waves almost match the rhythm of your breath. Breathing in as the wave washes up to the beach, and breathing out as the wave washes back out to sea again. Taking its debris with us, taking the shells with it, taking the stress away with it. And we can look further out to sea and we can notice the texture of the sea, if it's rough or choppy, if it's really calm. Notice all those colours, turquoise and blue and grey and silver. Maybe noticing a wave catching the light of the sun and there being a glint of bright light and silver as the sun shines on the beach and on the waves. And looking all the way towards the horizon and seeing that line where the sky meets the sea, the different shades of blue. Maybe seeing clouds along the horizon. And we can look up into the sky and we can see puffy clouds, or maybe just a perfectly crystal clear blue sky. Maybe we can see a seagull or a bird soaring overhead. A little silver glint of an airplane really high up. Then coming back down to the beach where we're lying and noticing what we can see in either direction. Maybe our beach is lined with palm trees, heavy with coconuts. Maybe there are shrubs and kind of waxy shrubs that you get with thick waxy leaves, bright green with exotic flowers on them, dotted along the beach. Maybe we have sand dunes. Maybe there are beach umbrellas. Or perhaps we're on a perfectly deserted tropical island and there's not a soul around, no sign of life. And noticing any movement we see, maybe we see birds hopping in amongst the bushes and the trees, hopping along the sand. Maybe we see bees or butterflies fluttering between the exotic flowers. And then as we really settle into our beach, starting to notice not just what we can see around us, but what we can hear as well. Noticing the sound of those waves lapping up on the shoreline. Maybe we can hear the twitter of birds in amongst the foliage, the squawk of a seagull. Maybe we can hear a breeze just rustling the branches in the palm trees, rustling the fronds. Maybe we hear distant voices, not disturbing us, but just hearing those sounds. The drone of a bee, Maybe we've got a refreshing drink with us and we can hear the clink of ice cubes in our juice or our drink. And then noticing what we can feel, noticing the feeling of the warm sun on our bodies. Maybe some bits of our body warmer or cooler than others. Maybe our heads under the shade of a beach umbrella. Noticing the feeling of a cooling breeze on our cheek. Maybe just the feeling of your body on the sun lounger or on the towel on the sand. Maybe you can wiggle your toes and feel them moving the warm sand. Maybe you can reach out your hand and touch that cool drink and feel the cold condensation on the outside of the glass. And then noticing what we can smell. The smell of sea air. Maybe the smell of that fruit juice beside us. Maybe the smell of sun lotion, smells of coconuts and holidays. The smell of damp earth and those exotic flowers. And as we breathe in, just breathing in those lovely exotic seaside smells. And finally, is there anything we can taste? It's the taste of salt air on your lips. Maybe the taste of that fruit juice, of mangoes and oranges and pineapples. And just taking a few moments now and just at your own pace, taking time to notice maybe things you haven't noticed already. Noticing the sights and the sounds and the smells and the feelings and the tastes of our lovely relaxing beach. And then in a few moments we're going to leave our beach behind. But we know that it's there in our imagination now. Whenever we want to return, all we have to do is close our eyes and begin to relax. And we can take ourselves back here again. But for now, just allowing those images and those feelings to fade and just becoming aware again of the room around you, even with your eyes closed. The feeling of your body in the chair or on your bed. The sounds going on around you and outside. The feelings in your own body. Becoming aware again of your breath. And in a moment I'm going to count back from 3, and when I get to 1, feeling ready to open your eyes. And when you open your eyes, you'll feel calm and relaxed and refreshed, ready to move on with your day. So counting back from 3, 2, 1, and open your eyes.